starting your journey to financial freedom. Now, you're listening to the New Investor Podcast.
This is Faris CJ for the New Investor Podcast, and I was telling the YouTube channel that it was actually the first time that I actually record myself doing an episode of the podcast. So just to give me a little bit of time here to get adjusted, because I'm filming at the same time. But we have been hit by a storm in my location not so long ago, and I had very little time apart from ensuring that we bring value to the recovery effort of my location. So very little time for the podcast, unfortunately, but it's good to be back, and we have two more storms forming up very soon, so we are preparing for those. However, my journey to financial freedom has been good this year. We're getting closer to, the first major milestone of $100,000 net worth that I would have achieved in 1 year. And that is exactly what I'm trying to share here, is the process I'm actually going through in order to reach my freedom, which I plan on reaching within 8 years. Now, it's a long time, but you have to be patient as an investor. So in the meantime, the markets are doing very well, and I have not sold a single stock for months now. And the companies I'm invested in have a fantastic year so far, and the S&P 500, as I can see, is at a record high, and it looks like we will get close also to a trade deal with China, and Apple keeps surprising us with great performance and great products out there. Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase are doing extremely well, as I could see, and they have declared solid earnings. I would definitely look at upping my position with Microsoft and my own company stock as well, which is pretty steady at the moment. I have never had actually a highest net worth in my whole life, so my buy and hold strategy is working and bringing the intended fruits. I have built up some more cash on the side in the event everything goes sideways. So I have received dividends from the companies I'm invested in, and I keep on saving on my salary, cutting my expenses as well, living with the strict minimum, and it is amazing how fast you get adjusted to that lifestyle without missing your old life as a consumer one bit, I can tell you that. So through not selling any of my stocks and upping my positions when the markets were in the red, my total gains reached 30.38% to date. And only a serious financial crisis would wipe out these gains. And if it did happen, then I will be ready to up my positions to their highest possible numbers according to my modest cash pile right there. So I feel that my whole wealth creation system is now in place, and my only concern is on how to grow my income at this stage. And my side ventures are just expenses, as I can see here, with no revenue generated so far, which are starting to get heavy. It's a great investment into my self-development for sure, but I do think at times that these expenses could go into my investment portfolio. But again, building wealth rests entirely on one's capacity to persevere and be patient, actually, so very patient. So I managed to score some public relations coverage on medium.com and Thrive Global with an article on investing that I wrote and that was published, and an interview also that I did for medium.com. So I would call that actually progress, and I will link both articles in the description of the episode. So I'm seeing some very good returns from the short form videos I'm making on Instagram, and I will share them as bonus content on the podcast too. So I have a feeling that I should be making more of them, and I will. So I have at times to remind myself that this podcast is made to also document my journey to financial freedom. It is my investor's conscience, and I strongly believe that I did not have it if I did not have that podcast and I didn't have that conscience, that I would have much more temptations to get back to my old life as a consumer. So believe me, I'm not entirely healed from that syndrome. So I will continue to share what is working for me and what is not working for me. So what is not working for me so far, apart from not generating revenue against the expenses I am incurring from my side venture, is again me not applying the right level, I feel, of focus on what is actually working or growing so far, such as the podcast and obviously the Instagram page associated to the podcast, which will reach 70,000 followers as of tomorrow, and evaluated by Hype Auditor with a 89% quality audience score of real people and engaged. And that is very humbling and very pleasing. And the reason why I am incurring so much more expenses is because I want to battle on multiple fronts. Again, lack of patience and discipline. I will have to ensure that I keep myself in check moving forward, and I have taken some measures already. So in the meantime, really stay invested. That's exactly why I have been ahead by so much, is by not selling any of my stocks for many months now, and it actually worked. You have to trust the US economy or the economy you invested in, and I hope it's a solid one. If it is, then the markets will always recover. So be well and stay invested again. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and I really hope that it brings you some additional support on your own journey towards financial freedom. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to never miss an episode, and looking forward to your DM and follow on Instagram at New Investor Podcast. In the meantime, stay invested, be patient, and keep playing the long-term game.